Hey Gray, I see after you ate you went and got warm with Tux again. Dawn has loaded up Morris for me. Decided to take Ruby and just use towels and the rubber mat underneath and all that good stuff. He talked to you this morning?
No, he has not said. He's in there moving around. He's not.
But he didn't say a lot of words?
No.
Okay. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Navigate to the SPCA of Wake County. Yep, Pet Finder Lane. Says I'll be there at 8:02. I'm supposed to be there at 8. Well, that doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, basically halfway to the school. This is in Garner. This is a good way up toward Raleigh. Don's behind me on the unicycle coming out to get his newspaper. I'll be a good girl and won't run over it. I never run over it. I just, you know, seriously didn't run over it then. I'm making the expected time. Traffic is light for 7:43 in the morning. It's not too bad. It's 36 out there, so it looks like winter and it feels like winter this morning. Of course, could be worse. They're starting to talk about a chance of snowflakes on Friday here. I think Mike May said there's a 65% chance of 1 inch of snow. So we'll see what that storm system does. Initially they were saying it would be north and west of us, Roxborough, west, so the Durham area west, and now they're saying there's a little more chance. We get really good snow here if it's cold and the moisture's coming up from the south, and I don't think that's exactly what this storm is doing. So I guess time will tell if we see a snowflake. Just so you guys can tell me how cheap our gas still is, and oh, by the way, I believe with you, it's up to $2.25 this morning from $2.15 5-ish days ago. The first thing I see is a white Model 3. At least I think it was a Model 3. I got so excited to see a Tesla over here that I didn't think much more past that. Our instructions this morning are to mask up and wait in the car. Used to be you would go inside, but obviously with COVID it's a little tiny room, so they come out and get the animal from the car. I've already done all the paperwork online. I went and got my number. I am cat 5. There's one lady waiting this morning and she must be on her way to work because she is fidgety. I'm not too worried about Morris. You know, I've done this before with quite a few other cats, and hopefully everything will go fine. I know they'll do everything that they can to make sure that that's the case. Pickup time is at 3, same process. Pull up, grab a number, wait for them to hold up your number, and they'll bring your cat out. They do the dogs at a separate time, although they are doing dogs today. They just don't bring the dogs and the cats in and out at the same time, just so we don't stress out the animals. And it's 8:20 and I'm gonna head on back to the house. Just a couple comments this morning about the UI. I am noticing that the battery symbol on the Model X here is still green and not the grayed out version that is on the Y. And I did take my glasses off this morning and I can still read everything on the instrument cluster without my glasses. I pretty much read have my reading glasses on in the car in case I look at my phone. So I can't really read my phone very well at all without the reading glasses. But the instrument cluster, the distance away, my impairment with my vision, I'm still able to read it, so that's good. I sort of have a little bit of a distance impairment, but it's not enough to need glasses. Occasionally I cannot read a street sign as early as I would like to, but I certainly can read them, and but thankfully don't need to wear glasses for that, haven't on my license or anything. It's been forever and a day since I was stopped here to play Pokemon Go at the Midway Baptist Church. It's just an easy in, easy out, has a gym and a couple of Pokestops, and big empty parking lot in the morning and a beautiful sky, and I like the gazebo, and yeah, been a while. There's a little bit of a traffic jam over here by the old library and the Cultivate coffee shop, but I suspect all of the traffic jam is about the DMV office. Yeah, that's gotta be the DMV. It's open. There's no line outside. Maybe you have to wait in your car. Just airing out the car a little bit here at the house before I go inside. It's not very warm out, so I'm focusing on putting stuff away inside. And, you know, I've got a lot done. And there's a lot more to do. I'm just plowing along as best I can. Hey, Donnie.
Hey, pretty girl.
Don did take a break long enough to help me carry a few boxes. Probably good for you to get up and move for a minute and then get back.
Yeah.
He says he's made progress today, so that's a plus.
Yeah.
I'm headed to get Morris.
Yeah. Thanks, pretty girl.
Hey, Mittens. I ran the vacuum cleaner a minute ago. I guess she thought that was a good spot for her. I agree. I've got a couple of elves if I find the right box to put away, but I got everything done I wanted to get done and probably more. I decided not to change out that red and green there because it's a lot of work for just a few more weeks. I don't know what I want to put here yet. I'll figure it out. I'm probably leaving that up until I put Thanksgiving, listen to me, until I put Valentine's Day up. I've been working straight for 4 hours. I have not sat down since I came home. I haven't sat. I moved my snow babies up a shelf and packed up the elves that were over here and put out my little kitty cat Michelle and I got a few weeks ago. Still have some willow tree out. If I come across the box that has more willow tree, I might add a little bit. But you can see Christmas is well under control. And then I put up blue snowmen, snowflakes, cold, frosty looking stuff. I do not have a better lampshade. The blue that I have is a horrible match, but this is my Secura blue versus the red and the green that I have, and my Pyrex snowmen, and I do have a few Corel snowman plates and other stuff that I put in the cabinet for us to actually use, because as you know, we don't really use this. And I am gonna swap out my outside flags today, but probably wait and do the inflatables tomorrow. Unless I'm feeling really rested after I go get Morris, and I'm thinking that's not likely today because I got a chuck roast to cook for dinner, and like I said, I've been on my feet for hours and my back actually feels like I need a rest. Does it meet with your approval, Midnight? Hey, buddy. Does it meet with your approval? Okay, that's good. Good to know. My ETA to get back to the SPCA is 3:05 p.m. There's a cop hoping people are coming by speeding. That would not be me. I know better. Plus, I don't want to risk going off on these curves when there's any cars coming in the other direction, because as you can see, there's a pretty good rut over there, and that would not be good for Ruby's rims. Yeah, it's 3:04 p.m. is my ETA, and well, maybe I did just get a little heavy-footed. That's fine. That's going to be fine. There's several other cats being picked up, and I'll just be last in the line. I wouldn't want to keep them waiting, but that's good enough. We'll call that on time, plus or minus 5 minutes. I was really glad to get done everything that I got done. However, my back is definitely letting me know that I overdid it some. So I will be taking it easy the rest of the day, except for cooking, which should be fine. This is actually an Exxon Mobil gas station going in on the right with a car wash. It's kind of surprising to me because Fuquay used to have an Exxon gas station that closed. And we have 2 Sheets, and almost everybody buys their gas at Sheets. And if you don't buy it on one side or the other town of Fuquay, then going up 55 there's one, and going up 401, you know, headed north. So I guess maybe it's mobile over here. This one on the right, I never pay any attention to this gas place over here. So that's a Circle K, but they're selling mobile gas. I don't know. One of you guys put in some chargers. I have Morris loaded up. They said he did fine. The girl said he's probably at least 2 or 3. They want me to keep him in the crate overnight as long as he's not doing any self-harm. He seemed pretty calm about it last night, so I am able to put water and food down through the top, squeeze it through, you know, pour it through, so I can feed him in there. And we raised the crate, so if he used the bathroom, he hit the newspaper. He wasn't sitting in it. So I guess I'm gonna definitely leave him overnight. And let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, you know, for an older cat, it's a little more of an incision. So, and with the temps tonight, it's probably a good idea for him to stay close by. Maybe I'll take the towel off and try to make friends, because they said he was pretty sweet, and I haven't seen that yet. Obviously, he comes close, but not super close. Maybe I can make friends. There's an EV version of the smart car. Pretty blue. So all this construction here by Wake Tech on the north side, not the new entrance on the south side. This is all in preparation for I-540 coming through too. I know it's sort of, the sun's really bright, you can't see much, but it's not a new community, it's really 540 stuff. I pulled out of South Park after spinning several Pokestops, and there's a red Model S behind me. So they said he did good.
Oh, okay.
They said they think he's 2 to 3 at least.
Okay.
He was nice to them. So they think he's possibly really rehabilitatable and not 100% feral, just scared, getting trapped in the trap.
Okay.
Prefer us to not release him right now.
Okay.
Especially when he's older, so his incision's going to be bigger. It's not like 6-month-old. So we're going to carry him upstairs, and I'm going to think about whether or not I want to put him in the larger crate or leave him in the little one.
Oh, right, okay.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, sure.
We moved Morris to our large dog crate, and he's up here because if we put him downstairs, and Tux and the girls are going to be really upset about him, and it could be, you know, stressful for everybody, me included. I don't know exactly when we're going to release him, but possibly as early as tomorrow. We'll see how he's doing. Hi, Morris. Hi. He was a little upset about his new environment, and since the anesthesia hasn't 100% worn off, and you know, he's got stitches we got to be worried about, I don't want to stress him. So I want to try to make friends, but not going to do that right now. I bet you're glad to be back from that run.
Yeah, nippy.
It was a little chilly out there today, huh? Well, when you sit all day.
Yeah, and I was really warm and toasty over there in that corner.
Yeah, by your computer.
Yeah,
the sun is sort of on that side of the house for part of the day.
Yeah.
All right, well, I got guacamole and some deviled eggs waiting on you. And I'm making a chuck roast.
Sounds great. I'm ready.
So what were you hollering at back here?
I had a message from JB.
Yeah.
Him and Susie both got the Moderna COVID-19 shot in Dixie County, Florida.
Today. Wow.
You know.
Well, JB's over 70, so I totally get that. And
yeah, I think Susie's only a couple years younger. I don't, but yeah, but they're both over 65.
Sure. Well, that's great.
So they've got their shot. And the first people I know personally that
get it. Yep, exactly.
Yeah. In fact, we were at the doctor's office on Monday for Mary Ann's procedure, and I asked the nurse, and she said, "Shot? What shot? We don't get no stinking shots."
Well, hopefully they will have the option to take it. Not a mandate, but the option to take it. They all had on masks in there, and I would say they were all being 100% as careful as they could be.
Yeah.
Plus, they knew I was safe. But then they did let you in the facility at the very end. So, yeah. So, I guess, you know, Dawn and I are pretty much of the thought process that when our turn comes up, we'll get it. Yeah, Don and I are of the thought process that when they offer us our shot, we'll take our shot, assuming things still are going very smooth by the time that happens.
Right.
There ought to be plenty of people in front of us to test it for us.
That's right.
You know, that's just where it is. And, you know, JB and Susie getting it and things going good for them also goes a long way. And hopefully some other friends will get it. And so we just in line waiting. I made the comment to Dawn that actually, I think for our household, it makes more sense to vaccinate me before Dawn, even though Dawn's older, because, you know, when we were out shopping Saturday, he sat in the car. I went in 3 stores. Well, first off, I don't trust him not to touch his face.
What?
And not exactly. And you know, he's, you know, probably healthier than me, but older than me. So let's, you know, I guess the risk cancel out. But anyway, I'm the one out there mixing with people more than you.
I don't know much. That's right.
So I would be the one bringing it home. I think not you. So, but we'll do what they tell us to do and understand that, you know, in many cases that makes more sense to vaccinate older automatically first. So
right.
Anyway, well, that's good news. I'm happy for JB and Susie.
Yeah, well, you're between me and my munchies.
Well, you're the one that came and sat back down back here.
Well, I told you I was running a backup and sync.
He came to shut his computers down. He can't really leave them running at night since it's the bedroom because one of us is a little sensitive to light over here in the corner.
Yeah, that's correct.
Even a little light, like the light on the speaker, is too much light for me. So JB said it took him an hour, like door to door, including getting the shot. They were showing people in North Carolina yesterday waiting hours in line and complaining about, got to shut off my car and then turn it on every once in a while to get some heat and then shut it back off again because, you know, you can't leave those ice cars running. Yeah. We got a solution for that.
Yeah, you see, they left home at 3:20. And they were walking back in the door at home at 4:30. And that's after both of them getting shots.
Yeah. Like I said, right about an hour door to door. So
that's impressive.
But
Florida or Dixie County.
If all those people waiting in line just had an EV, think of how much better, how much warmer they would be up here in North Carolina. So
Yep.